Oh, hell no. That's crazy. Flares, maybe?
Maybe.
No, they're...
Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE and teaching me well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. Brother Tazam Gabar. So like you. Coming at you with a quick hit. It's gonna be based upon the chariots. And it's gonna be based upon this video that has chariots in it, where it says a mysterious UFO-like object was spotted in the sky above San Diego. Alright, and it appears to be like two balls of flaming fire, you know, and they're like following each other. They look like they have free will in the air. They can move as they will. They move in unison also, and then they merge, you know, and separate and merge and all that whatnot, and then end up disappearing, you know. The thing is, these things aren't unidentified flying objects. They're identified in the scriptures as what? The chariots of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. They call them now UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, which is pretty much the same thing as unidentified flying objects. Now it's just a weird ass word on it to confuse people, you know, to make it seem like, oh yeah, they got a grip on this. They got a grip on this thing. Oh, they know what these are. You know, we're saved. There's no harm that can be done to us. You know, but also to push out the objective that these chariots can be just an enemy. You know, they're pushing out like it's a mystery. They're making it seem like it's a mystery, like a foe, friend or enemy. You know. People don't believe whether they come in peace or they come to do harm, you know, and they're about to show them through what Project Bluebeam that they're come to do harm, you know. They're going to deceive the people to think so, which there's going to be an actual scene. There's going to be an actual, I should say, there's going to be an actual episode to where these chariots do pull up and get to destroying shit on a real life spiritual level, physical level, man. It's gonna be the actual angels of the Lord destroying, you know, Babylon, you know, laser beams, chariot beams, you know. But these are plans to utilize this as a deceptive method to deceive the whole world into a one world government and the NWO, you know, to get them all into the same get everyone into the same so-called religion, one world religion, man. You know, it's gonna be one of his many miracles. It's Project Bluebeam. He can stage the second coming of the Lord if he wanted to, yet he gonna use a fucking idol, man. You know, if he does do these things, you know, of course he ain't gonna use the real power, true power of Israel, you know. But this is the book of Exodus chapter 13 verse 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way. So it appeared as a chariot in the daytime, you know, because the sun was already out. So it was already light in the air. It just had to, the Lord appeared as a pillar of a cloud so that you can see. You know, when the Lord led us through the wilderness, man. Appeared as a pillar of a cloud by day. Like a pillar of a cloud by day, and it goes on to say what? And by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. Okay, so it was used to direct us in certain areas, man. Now you see how the chariot's moving in the air, you know. The Lord is using those chariots as fire by night. And look at those chariots in the video. They look like a fire at night. You know, look like a big ass fireball. they're like two huge fireballs, man. You know, in the air. And then at nighttime, it was used as clouds. So, it says, the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 3. The eyes of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So these chariots are in every place, man. You know, and the Lord, then, you know, He's got His angels all throughout the earth, everywhere. There's nowhere that they cannot be seen. They can be cloaked, they can be invisible, they can appear to be a plane, they can appear to be a cloud, they can appear to be birds. These chariots can come in all different shapes and sizes. They don't just come in one form, or, you know, they're not limited to one form. These chariots can shapeshift. So, and then the Lord sends them, you know, but these chariots are there, and through these chariots these chariots are giving account, they're taking account of what you're doing and reporting it to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, so that you're going to be judged by that. We're about to get into that in the book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then turned I, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes. What seest thou? Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So it was described as a flying roll. And this had to be in the daytime, you know, because, you know, it's harder to see a chariot as a pillar of a cloud by night. So the Lord makes them appear as a pillar of fire by night, so that you can see. But they can appear by night as a pillar of a cloud if they wanted to. You know, these chariots aren't limited like we are limited. Like things in the earth are limited. These chariots don't have limits like that, man. So it says, and he said unto me, angel said unto Zechariah, and he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. It's describing the size of the chariot. It says, Zechariah 5 and 3, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So the earth is cursed to see these chariots. You can't hide them, no matter how you try to, or what you try to do. You will never be able to hide the chariots. You know, there's nothing you can do about the chariots being in the sky when they're there. There's nothing you can do to cover them up. You're just, you know, this is one thing that you just can't hide. You know, just like the sun and the moon, you can't hide the sun and the moon. You can't hide the chariots either. They appear when they want. You know, they appear when the Lord sends them. And Esau has no control over that. You know. So that's one thing that this devil just can't seem to blot out. You know, like he blotted out the truth. He tried to blot out the truth. Our true heritage. He tried to blot out the names of the Lord. He can't blot out chariots. He can't blot out the sun. He can't blot out the moon. He can't blot out the stars. He can't blot out the ocean. You know, these things are made too powerful for Esau. You know, it says, and the Lord sanctioned these things, man. It's not an evil thing. The Lord sanctioned these things. And the scriptures talk about these chariots, so they're not unidentified. We're grabbing these scriptures that shows you that the scriptures talks about these chariots. It says, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. So it says, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. So the Lord is watching you through these chariots, man. And you have to give answer for what you've done. And these chariots take a note of everything you do, you know. So you go to the Lord when you go to see the Lord on Judgment Day. Lord, I didn't do that. Well, I seen you do it. How? Well, I seen you do it. There was chariots there. There's chariots always there. You know. It goes on. Psalms. That was that. I got the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 17. I'll end it off with this. It says, the chariots of YAHAWASHI are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai and the holy place. Okay, so as in Sinai and the holy place, the Lord is among those chariots. You see everything you're doing through those chariots. You know, there's no way of avoiding judgment. You know, or avoiding what you've done. So the Lord has got record of all things that you've done, man. Scripture talks about everyone shall appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach to give account for the things that he had done in this body. Well, that I truly hope this quick it was edifying to Akim and Akwath who listened to the sincerity. So next time I say, call HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.